Watch closely, this man is the scorned handyman at the shooting range. He only sweeps floors and cleans guns. No one knows he is Carl, the legendary gunslinger who vanished a year ago and struck fear across the globe. He gave up all glory and lived incognito to honor his fallen comrade Louis' last wish. Protect Louis' daughter Jane and granddaughter Rebecca for life. The story starts a few days earlier. Jane's gambling ex-husband showed up, demanding repayment of his debts and threatening their daughter Rebecca. As he turned violent, handyman Carl stepped in. The ex-husband dismissed him as a loser. Boasting as a Class B sharpshooter, he challenged Carl to a duel. The loser cuts off one finger. Confident of victory, he was shocked when Carl disassembled and reassembled a gun in seconds. One precise shot knocked his weapon away, stunning everyone. Terrified, the man fled. Jane felt no thanks, only deep suspicion towards Carl's extraordinary skills. Worse trouble came. Jane's ruthless arms, less than greater than dealer Uncle Matthew, arrived with national shooting team coach Redford. Matthew had bought all the range's debts, forcing Jane to fight for ownership in a shooting contest. If Jane's team won, debts would be cleared and Matthew would fund renovations. If they lose, Jane must leave immediately. It was a near impossible gamble. Matthew's first competitor was Nate, a Class B trap shooting expert who had beaten Class's shooters twice. Jane's team panicked. Their captain Alex, though capable, stood little chance. Surprisingly, Jane sent Carl the handyman first as a probing move. Everyone was stunned. Teammates thought she was throwing the match. Matthew mocked them, calling Carl a clown. Against jeers, Carl walked out. Nate carried a professional shotgun, while Carl chose only a regular pistol. Nearly suicidal for Clay, less than greater than pigeon shooting. Nate delivered a spectacular performance. 15 hits in under 20 seconds, even taking down to Clay's with one bullet. The crowd cheered his certain win. Then Carl shocked everyone by blindfolding himself. Mockery burst forth, yet gunshots rang out, and Clay targets shattered one after another. Banging, banging, banging. 17 seconds later, all 15 targets were destroyed. He won 3 seconds faster than Nate. The number 17 was scrawled on the ground by his feet. He had predicted his own time. The crowd fell dead silent. Furious at the loss, Matthew sent out his ace, the seductive Black Widow. She claimed to be Carl's secret disciple. She demonstrated a deadly ricochet shot, hitting a hidden target by bouncing a bullet off the wall. Jane's team despaired. Even Alex could not copy the trick. Carl stepped up. He aimed at a target fully blocked by a tire. Everyone thought he was crazy. He fired, and the bullet curved in midair, circled the tire, and hit the 10-point bullseye. Curved bullet shot, the gunslinger's signature, shouted Coach Redford. The ricochet was basic. This bullet-bending move proved who he really was. The onlookers finally realized the mocked handyman was the missing, feared legend Carl. Matthew accepted defeat and honored the bet. But Carl's real troubles had just begun. The Order, an elite assassin group, hunted him. Leader Smith sent his son Hank to recruit Carl. Weary of killing, Carl refused. Enraged, Hank's men raided the range. Jane was wounded. Little Rebecca gravely injured. They stole Carl's most precious revolver, Louis's only keepsake. Seeing Rebecca unconscious in hospital, Carl's rage ignited. He had sworn off violence, but they crossed his final boundary. Speaking to Louis' memory, he resolved to come out of retirement. Hank took the stolen gun to Matthew, wanting to erase its markings. Matthew saw the engraved name Carl Oliver on the grip and paled. This fool had angered the most dangerous man alive. Smith also learned of his son's blunder. He knew Carl was alive. His snipers had killed Louis in Operation Maples, though rumors said Carl was dead. He had lived in fear of revenge for a year, and now his son had unleashed it. Smith called Carl, begging for peace. He offered to cripple Hank and pay $50 million. Carl only replied coldly, "He is going to die." Carl stormed the Order's headquarters alone. He moved like a ghost through swarms of enemies. Cornered, Smith tried hostage threats. Carl fired his curved shots, the bullets avoiding the hostages and killing Smith. He had avenged Louis, marking the gunslinger's return. The FBI wiped out the Order. Matthew renovated the shooting range as promised. Having exacted revenge, Carl disappeared again. Jane and Rebecca waited for him. One day, he reappeared at the refurbished range. Rebecca ran into his arms and asked, "Will you be my dad if you stay?" Carl held the girl he had given everything to protect, filled with gentle warmth. The legendary gunslinger, free of his bloody past, had finally found his home.